What's up with it, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you. Alright guys, get right into it. You already know the vibes. You already know what type of time I'm on. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, well damn, subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Check out redemptionbrand.com right now. Pick you up some of that fire merch. Now, the Raiders lost yesterday. The Raiders lose again. The Raiders seem to be losing every damn weekend. And you know what? I'm not excited for the Raiders to lose. As a competitor myself, I do not want to root for the Raiders to lose. I do not like rooting for us to look like an embarrassment. I definitely don't root for us to look pathetic out there and just look like we don't belong on the damn field with any other professional teams. I don't root for that. But at the same time, I got to understand what the long run is, right? I got to make sure I can see the forest beyond the trees, right? So in this scenario, what happened yesterday was perfect. What happened yesterday was perfect. Now, I always compared the Raiders and the franchise and the players as a whole like to a car, right? And with the Raiders, and what I mean by that comparison is that, you know, you have a 1997 Civic and it's all beat up. You know you need a new car, but instead of getting a new car, what do? You go get some brand new tires, right? And then it's still beat up, so then what do? You might go ahead and replace the spark plugs. And then you go get a new transmission. And then you get a new engine. And then you do all this stuff to try and improve the car that at some point you just have to accept is old and beat up. And in my opinion, that's what the Raiders are. That's what the Raiders have been. And that's what the Raiders are going to continue to be until they replace the car. Now, when you break this car scenario and analogy up into smaller pieces and smaller segments, what I mean by that is if the Raiders are a car right now and they're all beat up and we don't get a new one, we replace the tires, well, that's bringing in wide receivers and running backs, right? You want to go and change the transmission, well, you go get a different quarterback. You want to replace the engine, well, you go get a brand new head coach. And then you got to get the spark plugs, right? So you go and hire some random ass offensive coordinators, right? That's just what it is. But in reality, you need to replace the car. You have got to stop replacing pieces of the car when in reality, it is just the car that needs to be replaced, okay? All at once, honestly. And to further break that down, the scenario is the Raiders getting a brand new franchise quarterback, to me, it's the same as getting a brand new car. And now, why would I want to get a brand new car and give it to someone who I've seen repeatedly crash the old car? Beat up the old car, not change the oil on the old car. Why would I want to put someone in a brand new car that showed me that they are not responsible enough to take care of that new car? So in that scenario, well, Antonio Pierce would be the owner that crashed up the car, right? Like, so why would I want to go draft a new quarterback, a franchise quarterback, and give that to Antonio Pierce? So when I say what happened yesterday is perfect, no pun intended, but perfect timing, as Shador Sanders would say, in one of my favorite songs. If you hear this, Shador, holla at me so we can do the remix. I hit graphic up and we can get a nice fire remix out of this, okay? But it's perfect because AP showed yesterday that he's just not a good head coach. AP showed us yesterday that he's not responsible to drive the new car. So why would I want AP to have some real minor success in the long scheme means nothing just to have some type of some moment that like I feel good because we beat the Dolphins? In reality, I don't want Antonio Pierce to be successful because I don't want him to be here when we get the new quarterback, when we get the brand new car, when we get the tires that come with it, the transmission that comes with it. I want everything to be brand new when we start this new era, and I don't want Antonio Pierce to be a part of it. So no, I'm not rooting for us to lose. I'm just not rooting for us to win because of Antonio Pierce. If we win, that's cool. I don't want it to be because of Antonio Pierce because I don't think he is good enough to be the head coach going forward. Now, another piece of the car scenario is that when you don't get a brand new car and you just go hire different coaches or replace different pieces of the car, like you're still dealing with the problems that the old owner had. Right? So you can't continue to just replace the people around without actually fixing the problem, because whoever comes in is just going to be dealing with the problems that the last person had. So if I go get a used car, I'm going to deal with the problems that the old owner had. I'm going to have to change a lot of stuff that they didn't have to have because they had it brand new. So I don't want any leftover anything from this year over into next year. I don't want any of that. I want to start fresh. I want to start new. And I don't want Antonio Pierce to be a part of that. I want you guys to get down in the comments and let me know what you think, man. Do you think Antonio Pierce should be a part of the Raiders moving forward? Do you think he should be entitled to be a part of us going to get our franchise quarterback? Do you trust him to be responsible enough to take care of the new car? Get down in the comments, let me know, man. If you like the video, like the video. If you like the content on this channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Until the next time, as always, Raider Honcho out.